Yeah, looking back, it's crystal clear now. That whole move wasn't just shady. It was straight up bullying. Maybe Tiffany didn't draw it out on a chalkboard with arrows and bullet points. But once she pulled that stunt, intent didn't matter anymore. The damage was the proof. The vibe was ugly, loud, and calculated, pure intimidation. It was a power flex with zero class, zero grace, and zero self-awareness. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Do me a favor, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop this video in your group chat. Because today we're diving into her. Tiffany, the self-crowned super mayor of her own imagination. The woman who keeps cosplaying as a leader long after a curtain call. She's out here acting like she's headlining history, when really, she's starring in her own blooper reel. Now, let's talk about her events. Tiffany throws them like she's hosting Coachella, but the reality check hits harder than the hangover. Nobody comes. Nobody. Even when she somehow landed real celebrities for her so-called Taste of Thornton festival, how many people actually pulled up? 7. Count 7. And don't think it was organic. These weren't locals hyped for her. They were hand-picked guests she begged to show face. That was her crowd. So when Tiffany bragged about it like it was a township Super Bowl, the delusion turned into art. It's like watching somebody demolish 3 plates, eat dessert first, and then walk back to buffet pretending they're starving. That's Tiffany, forever hungry for spotlight, but reality just won't feed her appetite. In her head, she's a legend. In real life, she's a joke everyone else is laughing at. And that's why she swore another one was coming. But reality, she got washed. A total landslide rejection. And then comes her latest trick. Darren Bosley's car show. Now that's a real event. Culture, community, crowds. 8 years strong. People love it because Tiffany's fingerprints were never on it. But what does she do? She tries to hijack it. Straight sabotage. Instead of building her own lane, Tiffany's whole game is blocking his shine. Her pitch? Forget Bosley's car show. Come kick it with me. It wasn't strategy. It was desperation. And here's where it spirals. The South Suburban Car Show, suddenly canceled. Why? Because somebody dropped giant concrete barricades in front of Needles Park. Not cones, not tape, actual slabs of concrete. Now the Park District is calling it what it is, sabotage. And they're pointing fingers at Tiffany. Lawsuits are already floating around, and honestly, they should. Because this wasn't just petty, it was reckless, dangerous. Bosley had run that car show 8 straight years at Needles Park with 0 issues. This year, he paid a $1,000 permit, locked in the space, filed every bit of paperwork, and out of nowhere, boom, a call from Tiffany's top aide. And let's not act clueless about the whispers. This had Kamal written all over it. If anyone slid into her ear like, merge your event with his, and you'll steal the spotlight, it was him. Now here's the difference between a leader and Tiffany. A real leader would have picked up the phone and said, hey Bosley, your show's amazing. Let's collaborate. Tiffany? Never. Because car shows thrive on real community, real culture. Her events? Forced, flat, and empty. That's why she's bribing people with flat screen TVs just to fill a seat. And you know what? I'd pull up too for the free TV and the comedy show she calls leadership. So yeah, Tiffany pressed Bosley, told him if he moved his show to her Greenwood spot, everything would be fine. And let's not pretty it up, that wasn't a suggestion. That was a threat. She wanted to strong-arm him into merging so she could hog the cameras and claim the credit. She might not have called it bullying, but strip it down, that's exactly what it was. Straight bullying with a smile. Tiffany's out here moving like she's the boss of a political crime family. Acting like she's untouchable, like she's sitting on a throne that doesn't even exist anymore. And now, after all the mess she stirred up, she's probably holed up in her parents' basement, staring at the ceiling, trying to plot her next scam. But the real question still stands. Where is Tiffany? What is Tiffany? And better yet, why is Tiffany? Because let's be real, she's not a mayor. She's not a leader. She's not even a half-decent event planner. She's just a storyline now, a walking headline waiting to explode, a cautionary tale in heels. And the wildest part? She still can't see it. She's out here thinking she's building a legacy when really she's just writing comedy material for the rest of us. So Saturday morning hits. Bosley rolls up to Needles Park, ready to set up like he's done for years. But what's waiting for him? Concrete. Not cones. Not caution tape. Actual massive slabs of concrete blocking the entrances. Like he stumbled into a military base instead of a car show. And to make it even more wild, Dolton police parked up, orders in hand to tow any car that even thought about sliding in. Like, is this a car show or a hostage crisis? At that point, it wasn't even about cars anymore. It was about control. The Park District, which runs totally separate from the village, suddenly dropped into a full-on turf war. And why? Because Tiffany Henyard couldn't handle being outshined for a single weekend. You already know she gave that call. Picture it, 2 a.m., Tiffany in a neon vest, pacing a lot like a foreman. Put one right there. Yeah, block that side too. Make sure they know I ain't playing. That's Tiffany energy every time. But Cleo Jones, president of the Park District, he wasn't having it. He clapped back immediately. Made it clear. Mayor Henyard has zero jurisdiction over park property. That land ain't hers. Never was. And he didn't bite his tongue. He straight up called it sabotage. Why? Because her Little House Music Fest was happening the same day, just down the street. She didn't want her flop exposed, so she tried to nuke Bosley's event before it could shine. And here's the sting. It never had to go down like that. She could have switched the date. She could have joined forces and made it bigger. She could have built something with the community. But Tiffany doesn't do partnership. Her setting is domination. And when she can't dominate, she sabotages. That's been her brand since day one. Not let's grow together. Not let's make it bigger. Just shut them down before they outdo me. And the moment she's called out, she leans on the same tired shield. They just mad because I'm black, young, and a woman. Girl, stop. This ain't about your identity. It's about your behavior. Bosley wasn't trying to steal shine. He was just trying to host the same family car show he's run for almost a decade. Something neighbors love. Something that brings people together. And instead of letting it live, you blocked it just to protect your fragile ego. Let's not pretend this was some scheduling accident. Bosley locked his date in months ago. And what did Tiffany do? Dropped hers on the exact same day. She knew. No courtesy call. No conversation. Just a sneaky backdoor ambush. And when that didn't work, she doubled down, told him he could just move it to her event. Move it? Girl, what? Why would he uproot a whole operation? Sponsors, vendors, logistics already locked, just to save you from the mess you created. That's not logic. That's delusion. That's Tiffany math. And those barricades? That wasn't just petty. It was intentional. Malicious. She turned a community car show into a war zone, just to flex. But let's be real. That kind of bullying doesn't work anymore. People see through it now. We're smarter, louder, and way past the point of staying silent. Nobody's playing along with Tiffany's little games anymore. And don't forget, this isn't her first stunt. Remember that taxpayer-funded PR march to Springfield? She called it charity. But Fox 32 dragged her. It wasn't charity. It was self-promotion. Imagine burning public money just to clap for yourself. That's not leadership. That's manipulation. If I could tell Tiffany one thing, get it together. This chaos isn't strength, it's recklessness. While real people spend their time and money uplifting the community, you're out here swinging wrecking balls just to keep the spotlight. For what? Clout? Headlines? Fake applause? And the lie you keep running with, I care about the people. Please, you couldn't even fake it right. You said it once and couldn't hold eye contact. That's how hollow it was. Tiffany, you had it made. Nearly $400,000 a year, real power in your hands. And instead of serving the people, you funneled cash to yourself, your boyfriend, your crew, sent $100,000 to Leotes, turned Dolton into a friends and family payday. You had it all, and still you blew it. Couldn't scale it back. Couldn't play it smart. Went full dictator. And now you're fumbling everything. Of course the village of Dolton stays silent. No statements, no accountability. But the park district president? Loud and clear. They're weighing legal action against Tiffany and the village. And they should. She's crossed so many lines. The map doesn't even show them anymore. And does Tiffany care? Nah. She shrugs it off. It's the village being sued, not me. Then keeps cashing checks like nothing's wrong. But here's the plot twist. Someone's watching. The feds. You think they're not paying attention? Please. They've got timestamps, receipts, wire transfers, and patience. When they move, it won't come with warning. It'll come with force. Cold, calculated, final. So let Tiffany smile for the gram, pose for photos, throw her little house events. Let her keep thinking she's untouchable. But that knock? Oh, it's coming. Anyway, I'm out. But as always, Mama loves you. Stay sharp, stay woke, and stay ready. Peace.